Listen to me, guys. If my nonna sees me making this video, she's going to fly all the way from Italy here to Australia and hit me over the head with a wooden spoon. Or maybe on my hands too. For so many years, I've been the Italian food police. I have yelled at the celebrity chefs for breaking spaghetti and using fake cheese. But today, I have to be honest, when Italians migrated to America over 100 years ago, they invented a completely new cuisine. Some of these dishes are an insult today to my culture because they have even lost that Italian-American feel, touch, culture, okay? They just became Americanized and bastardized and commercialized. Some of them are actually beautiful, guilty pleasures. So let's rank them from S tier masterpieces to garbage tier. Macaroni and cheese, C tier. Mamma mia, look, listen, in Italy we have pasta ai quattro formaggi, 4 cheese pasta, and pasta e patate, potatoes with pasta, okay? But American mac and cheese, especially the one from the blue box with the, the orange powder, what is that? It is not cheese, it is science. If you make it from scratch with good cheese, maybe it's okay. But the American box version is a crime. C tier. Try to make it yourself at home. Use good pasta, use good cheeses. It can be A tier if it's done well. Okay, I admit it. I'm putting an American food in the S tier. The New York slice pizza, S tier. Look, it is not an authentic Napolitan pizza. I mean, that's a different product, okay? Napolitan pizza is soft, wet in the middle, and eats like a cloud. But the New York slice is an evolution. It is wide, it is crispy. You fold it enough, and you eat it while walking down the street. It is a masterpiece of street food. I respect the New York slice. S tier. Baked ziti, B tier. Let's be honest, okay? If you make this the classic way, the way Carmela Soprano makes it in The Sopranos, with the tiny meatballs, the good ricotta, the crispy edges, then it's a top dish, a masterpiece. But the way baked ziti are made today, are commercialized, are sold, or even made by, sorry to say, by the younger generations, sorry, that's not even close to the S tier. It's B tier, but soon can turn into C tier. Let's not forget the traditions and where this dish comes from. But the Americanized, modern version that most people make today, it is not good. They just boil the pasta, dump a jar of bad sauce on it, bury it under a mountain of cheap, rubbery cheese, I can't even call it mozzarella, and turn it into a wet, soggy mess. The modern version brings it down to B tier. Do you understand? Respect the Soprano way, and you can call it S tier. Italian wedding soup, C tier. I'm sorry. Stop serving this at weddings. This is massive mistranslation. In Italy, this is called minestra maritata. It translates to married soup, but it does not mean it's for a wedding. It means the meat and the green vegetables are married together in the pot. It is peasant food, not wedding food. So you like it at weddings? Amazing, okay. But C tier for me because of the bad translation and because of the way it's sold today. See, I love minestrone. A good Italian wedding soup is also as good as minestrone. But today, both minestrone and the wedding soup have gone a very bad direction, and no, C tier. Sunday gravy, S tier. Italian Americans call it gravy. It is a massive pot of tomato sauce, slow cooked all day with spare ribs, sausage, meatballs and pork. In Italy we make ragù napoletano, which is very similar, and I think that's where this recipe is originally from. It needs inspiration. The American version is heavy, yes, but it brings the whole family to the table on a Sunday. It is beautiful, deeply authentic, traditional of the immigrants that went all the way to America. And I believe it's got the Neapolitan influence. 8 Today, that gravy sauce, it's sold as a commercial sauce, and I don't think it's good. It does not deserve a S tier. But if it's made the authentic way, it's amazing. Chicago deep dish pizza, D tier. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone. I've actually never eaten it, okay? But stop calling this pizza. It is a casserole. It is tomato soup inside a bread bowl. It takes 45 minutes to bake in the oven. Real pizza cooks between 90 seconds and 3 minutes. If you have to eat your pizza with a knife, a fork, and a spoon, it cannot be called pizza. I'm so sorry. If you change the name and don't call it pizza, we can give a better ranking. Otherwise, D tier. Chicken Parmigiana, A tier. Listen, I know, in Italy, putting chicken with pasta is illegal. But let's look at the signs, okay? You have a crispy, breaded chicken breast, covered with sweet tomato sauce, but done the Italian way. And listen, if you serve it to me the proper way, and maybe you put a nice fresh mozzarella on top, or buffalo mozzarella, or a beautiful burrata broken over the top, I cannot lie to you, it is delicious. It is a guilty pleasure. When I see using bad tomato sauce and I see using the shredded mozzarella, then sorry, does not deserve A tier. But this chicken Parmigiana, it is really a masterpiece if it's done the right way. Cioppino, A tier. This is pure Italian-American history, invented by the Italian immigrant fishermen in San Francisco. Whatever seafood they didn't sell that day, they threw it into a pot with tomatoes and wine to share with the other fishermen. It is American version of zuppa di pesce. It is authentic to the immigrant soul, so this deserves a A tier. Spaghetti and meatballs, C tier. Listen. This is a proud Italian-American, American-Italian dish. Spaghetti and meatballs, okay? But guys, what you eat today is nothing like was made in the old days, okay? The meatballs were amazing. The spaghetti was cooked to perfection. Today, I see mashy, overcooked spaghetti. I see the meatballs getting bigger and bigger. I see that gravy, as you call it, not gravy anymore, like it's actual meat gravy, like it's, sometimes I see it on ketchup, like it's gone to the way that Italian Americans are not proud anymore, okay? So, from C tier, I think we can go even down to D tier very soon. Bring back the old traditions, okay? Spaghetti and meatballs, it's originally from Abruzzo, where my nonna is from, the north part of Abruzzo, Teramo. And I think some part of Naples make it too, with tiny meatballs. So when you get a forchettata of spaghetti al dente, the meatballs is with the forchettata, it's together with the spaghetti, you eat it, and you can feel the meatballs. But the way it's gone now, huge meatballs, overcooked pasta, not the right sauce, no. Sausage and peppers, S tier, the ultimate street festival food. You go to Little Italy in New York and you smell this from 3 blocks away. Seasoning pork sausage, sweet bell peppers, and onions stuffed into a bread roll. Oh, it is pure flavor, pure comfort, and pure celebration. It deserves S tier respect. This is very, very Italian from Italy. But unfortunately, you cannot find it pretty much anywhere anymore. Americans kept this tradition going, so well done. Garlic bread, C tier. Why are you drowning cheap supermarket bread in fake yellow butter and garlic powder? If you want garlic bread, make Italian bruschetta. Toast good bread, rub a raw clove of garlic on it, and drizzle extra virgin olive oil. Stop using butter. You want butter? Okay, then get your own bread, or buy good bread, do the same. Replace extra virgin olive oil with some butter. Simple as that. Because what we find in supermarkets and those mass-produced garlic breads, it's a C tier. It could be A tier if you make it yourself. Go and find my recipes where I use extra virgin olive oil, garlic, and parsley. You will love it. Meatball parm sub. A tier. But only if you do it the right way. Listen to me, the concept is great. Big meatballs, sweet sauce, and melted cheese on a bread roll. But the way they do it in American fast food places, no, it's too much. They give you a messy, soggy, oversized brick of grease. If you use good, crusty bread, homemade meatballs, and you respect the balance, use fresh mozzarella, some basil, it is absolutely an A tier hangover cure. Fettuccine Alfredo with heavy cream. D tier. The ultimate crime. Real fettuccine Alfredo from Rome, Italy, is made with two ingredients, butter and Parmigiana Reggiano. That it is. It's pasta al burro, which is also common around Italy. But in America, you buy these jars of thick, gluey, heavy cream and you brown the pasta in it. It cuts in your mouth in fat. It ruins your digestion. And it's total scam. Stop using cream. Stop adding all those ingredients and protein everywhere. Buy good pasta, it's got protein in it. Use Parmigiano Reggiano, butter, and love. Look, food is about evolution, okay? We cannot stop creating. We do need to create. But when we have dishes, traditional recipes already perfect and made so well, let's not evolve that. Let's work on that. Let's make it and let's keep those traditions alive. And then at the same time, we evolve with new culinary experiences, with new traditions, with new dishes, okay? But when Italians moved to America, they created something new, the Italian-American food. I will always protect traditional Italian food, including Italian-American food. But I have to admit, sometimes a chicken parmigiana with some fresh burrata, it just hits the spot, you know? It's a proud, beautiful Italian-American creation, okay? Now I see chicken parmigiana served with pasta, on top of pasta. I think salad is the only thing you can do. Maybe chips, if you want to serve it in a pub. But if you serve it the right way, it's actually good on its own too. It's got tomato sauce, it's got cheese, it's got protein. What more do you want? But now I'm passing the microphone to you. What is your absolute favorite Italian-American dish? Does your nonna make baked ziti better than Carmela Soprano? Let's have a war in the comments. Tell me right now, please. I really need to know. If you love this video, smash that like button, subscribe to Vincenzo's Plate, and share this with your Italian-American friends. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.